You know it's real when I take off my glasses. Not really. I just like the glare in them. It just anyway. Steven Universe, the finale of Heart of the Crystal Gems just premiered, and I want to talk about it because I thought it was really good. The first half, anyway. The second half, I had some issues with, and some issues in the first part too. But anyway, overall, it was just really, really good, and I want to talk about it. Okay, so starting off, it's a song with Steven. He's singing about how I don't know what the song is called, but he's like, let's like not focus on all the bad stuff. Let's not focus on the cluster. Let's not focus on the fact that Rose lied to us. Let's focus on here and now. Let's focus on the wedding. Let's focus on us. Let's focus on how everything's out in the open, and it's like all love, you know. And I thought that was really cool. I like the song a lot. It's not like a bop or anything. It's like a banger, like Here Comes the Thought. It's not like that or Stronger Than You, but it's a really good song. I can see myself listening to it when I'm just like feeling down, you know. What was I about to say? Then we see the wedding. Oh, actually, I should mention Peridot. She's in a dress. It's just really cute. Like, I never thought to see Peridot in a dress and everything. And Amethyst has like a blazer and a little top and pants, and Pearl's in her suit. It's just like really nice. What was I about to say? The wedding, which I thought was really nice because they actually had them switch outfits, which I have some thoughts on that. Like, Ruby's in a dress and Sapphire is in a tux, and Steven's the minister, and you know, Greg's playing the music. It's all really good, and Ruby is so excited to get to the altar that she just turns into a flame ball and just like jets over there, and like I thought it was really cute. Like, she's like really excited, and their vows are really cute. Sapphire says something like really, really profound. I don't remember exactly what she said. She's like talking about how she meeting Ruby changed like her universe and everything like that. It was just like everyone's looking at her like, okay. It was really nice. What happened after that? What happened? Okay, then they're at the reception, and everyone's dancing and everything, and Garnet's talking to Steven, and he starts crying. And I was like, oh snap, what's gonna happen now? And freaking Blue and Green, I say green, Blue and Yellow Diamond, their arm ships come down, and they go right for the cluster, and you think, oh my god, that thing is gonna like awaken, it's gonna be bad, it's gonna unleash and everything. But it turns out the cluster is on our side, the Crystal Gem side, and I was really happy about that because they remembered what Steven and Peridot told them, and they, you know, they're still on our side. They were bubbled and everything, and they're not like upset or anything about all that stuff. They're happy, they're content. They want to help fight for the Earth and fight against the diamonds, which, I mean, that's great, you know. That's really great. So while Yellow Diamond's ship is fighting the cluster, we see Blue Diamond. She comes onto the beach, and like it's just everyone's fighting her. You have Peridot throwing tin cans. You have Lapis. Lapis comes back, and that was pretty cool because Blue Diamond tries to use like her sad tear powers or whatever it is, her depression powers, and Lapis is like, I've been through too much. I'm already too depressed for that. Your powers are not gonna work. And I was like dying. It was so funny. It was like, wow, Lapis really is like the most tragic characters that not even Blue Diamond's depression powers could work on her. That's crazy. I don't think I mentioned Bismuth yet. Bismuth is back. I didn't like the episode where she came back. I didn't think it was too important. Like, it was important, but like there wasn't really much for me to say, so I just kind of skipped over that one. But yeah, she's here, and she had armor on, and she was like flinging Peridot at Blue Diamond, and that was really funny. They used Lapis's water powers to like fling themselves, and you know, Garnet was there, and she had her big, like, I'm not sure what to call them, big fists, and Connie was there. She used the sword at first, Rose's sword, but then Blue Diamond shattered it, and then she was using Lion. Pearl was like, you know, stabbing, I guess, with her spear, and Steven was protecting everybody with a shield and everything. It was just like a whole climax, which is really just what I wanted. Like, after so much build up of the diamonds and, you know, everything, Rose and like Peridot and Lapis and all that stuff, you finally have some payoff, you know, with the cluster too, like in Jasper, kinda, not really Jasper, but you know, it's all this build up, and you know it's leading to something, you know it's all coming to a head, and it does, and it's just one big payoff, one big climax, and that's exactly what I wanted from this episode, and I was really glad. So, is there anything else? I wonder. Now I think I covered everything from the first half. Now getting into the second half, I had some issues with it, not gonna lie. I don't really like how they handle Steven's powers, how it just seems to just come about when he needs it, as opposed to him like training for his powers. I'm not sure exactly what I mean by that. I'm not really gonna try to articulate myself right here with that. Basically, I guess it's the extension of his ability to, like, when he's asleep, he can go into people's thoughts, which is kind of dumb in my opinion, but whatever. So he gets knocked out. Like, oh, I forgot to mention. Yellow Diamond comes after the cluster. Did they win? I think they win. The cluster wins, and then whatever. The ship falls. Yeah, the ship falls down, and Yellow Diamond comes out, and she like lifts the blue ship's hand off of Blue Diamond because she got hurt, and she destabilizes Peridot like that. Like Peridot was talking, Peridot was talking some crap, and Yellow Diamond was like, zzz, and then Peridot's like gone. So Peridot gets dematerialized, I guess you can say. Then a Yellow Diamond and all her awesomeness. Every time she comes onto the screen, she demands like attention. She has such a demanding presence, and I like really like that about her. She's probably my favorite Diamond just because of that. And she's so snarky too. I just like her. So yeah, Yellow Diamond, basically steps on Steven or something and knocks him unconscious. He's out. He's asleep. He has like some out of body experience, and he's technically, his body's asleep but his mind's awake, so he's like going into people's psyche, I guess. And you can see everyone lined up. They're all having all these like, you know, not sad thoughts, but like discouraging thoughts. You know, Amethyst is saying, I don't want to be smashed, I don't want to be smashed, or not smashed, I don't want to get shattered, I don't want to get shattered. And Pearl, she's saying, do it for her, do it for him, do it for her. And Steven's like, hey, you know, you gotta do it for you too. And Garnet's just like, hey, we can do this, we gotta stick together, we gotta be there for everyone. And Steven's like, yeah, you can do that. Then he goes to the Diamonds, and they're like, they have this aura around them or something like that. Their thoughts are too strong, so he can't break through, but he tries his hardest, and he actually does get through. He said, hey, I'm not your enemy, I am your friend. Because he tries to tell them that he is Pink Diamond, but they're not listening, obviously, because if I was them, I wouldn't listen either. So he breaks through, and, you know, they can hear him, or they can feel him, you know, and they're saying, okay, he's telling the truth. And they feel Pink Diamond's aura, her essence within Steven. So they say, okay, we need to stop fighting and let's listen, let's hear it out. And that's what happens. They understand that Steven really is Pink Diamond. And that's just like, it's crazy. And then the promo, we see that everything's fine, you know. They're on the beach and they're like bent down because, you know, they're freaking huge, and they're talking to Steven, and it looks like everything's fine. So I guess they, you know, they understand. Steven tells them the story, what happened with Pink Diamond and everything, and I guess they're on the same page now. They're no longer enemies, which is like, if the Crystal Gems have the Diamonds as allies now, like kind of three of them if you think about it, or really just blue and yellow. Does that mean that White Diamond's gonna be the final boss? Like, not boss, but you know, is White Diamond gonna be the final antagonist? Because it seems from the promo that blue and yellow are gonna be with the Crystal Gems. Bismuth as well. So the Crystal Gems are really just accumulating more and more gems, and we actually saw that with the little lineup they had when they were fighting Blue Diamond. They had everyone there, like Lapis, Peridot, Bismuth, Pearl, Garnet, Amethyst, Steven. They were all, Connie, Lion, they were all there. And it was like, we are the Crystal Gems, before they all went and fought. So that was pretty cool. Overall, this whole episode was, like, the whole half hour was pretty solid. There's some issues that I will talk about now that I didn't really like, so I'm just getting into it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about that's very minor, like most of these are minor anyway, but this is very minor. It's just that Ruby and Sapphire, what they were wearing, it was cute and all, and I like how they switched it up a little bit, but to me, it doesn't make sense for their character, you know, because the gems choose what they want to wear. And Sapphire has always been shown to wear dresses, and Ruby has always been shown to wear, I don't want to say boyish clothes, but, you know, like, pants, shorts, workout wear. So not to say that they can't, like, switch it up, like, not to say that Ruby can't wear a dress or Sapphire can't wear a suit. It's just like you've never seen it. It seems to be that they prefer like Sapphire prefers to wear a dress and Ruby prefers to wear pants or workout wear or stuff that you would like typically see a boy wearing. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, it seems like they wanted to, like they had some type of agenda, I guess, to show, hey, look, the tough guy or tough girl can wear. I bet they wanted to show that like the tough girl can wear a dress and that the girly girl can wear tux, and it's no big deal, you know. And I get that's what they were trying to do, but I don't know, it didn't seem to make sense for me for their characters from what we've seen them prefer to wear. Alright, so that was it. The second thing was Steven going to sleep. Okay, so when when the ships first come and they realize that they're going towards the cluster, Steven's like, okay, let me fall asleep, I can get in contact with the cluster that way. And it was like, what? You can't fall asleep at a moment like this. It literally does not make sense for him to fall asleep. He's anxious, he's scared, he's nervous. Like, you don't fall asleep while feeling all these emotions. Plus, it's loud and everything. But Greg plays a little song, and it's suddenly he's like knocked out cold, and it doesn't even work because I mean, there's no point to it because the cluster pops anyway, and it turns out that the cluster was on their side. So what was the point of having Steven even go to sleep to begin with? It was like a joke, I guess, but I feel like they forced that joke in. It had no real payoff, and it was just kind of unnecessary, and it didn't make sense given the situation. So that's like small things like that, you know. It just didn't make sense to me. I didn't see why it was in the episode. But like I said, it's a nitpick. The third thing, this one's less of a nitpick and more of something I've noticed throughout the series, and I'm probably wrong here. Feel free to call me out. It just seems to me that the gems in general don't seem to help themselves anymore or help each other. It's always facilitated through Steven, and I understand he's the main character. You know, we're seeing all this stuff through his eyes, through his perspective, but to me, it seems like every time there's a problem, the gems don't know how to figure it out without Steven's help, and they can't help each other without Steven. And it's like, you guys have been together for 5,000 years, maybe not Amethyst, but you know, for thousands of years. You think they would know things or know how to help each other, how to comfort each other, how to talk to each other without Steven around. And it just really hits home when he's like in their headspace. You can see all of them lined up and hear all their thoughts and stuff. They're having all these negative emotions, and it's like, well, what have they learned? Because they're still downing themselves, they're still discouraged, they're still scared, and it's not like they're talking to each other. It doesn't, like, they can't talk to each other apparently. And Steven saying, okay, you guys got this, or don't forget about yourself, Pearl, and Amethyst, you know, you're gonna get through this, and Garnet, I believe in you, and stuff like that, you know. Keep it up, Lapis, or don't lose faith, or, you know, stuff like that. And it doesn't really make sense to me that they would need that in that moment. Maybe, okay, it does make sense, but the fact that they couldn't think of it themselves, or the fact that they couldn't give encouragement to each other, is kind of the point I'm trying to make. It seems to me that they don't know how to talk to each other, or they don't know how to solve their problems without the help of Steven. And I guess that's how it's just going to be because he's the main character. But yeah, that's it. Not really a nitpick in this situation, but it's just something that I guess I just gotta let go. The fourth thing is Steven's powers, which I gotta let go. That's another thing I have to let go. It's just that, to me, it seems like his powers just kind of appear whenever the plot demands it, and he doesn't really practice too much. Like he'll practice like how to float or how to, you know, do his shield thing. But we've only ever seen Steven like do like the dream thing a couple times, and it doesn't seem to make sense that he can suddenly just like see into a bunch of minds at once, especially the diamonds. And I don't know, it kind of works off the power of feelings, and I don't really like that too much. Actually, it's kind of like, it reminds me of a shonen, and you know how shonens are, they're like the lowest tier of anime, in my opinion, lowest tier anime. So yeah, that's just really my nitpick of Steven's powers. Again, I know I gotta let go, but yeah. So overall though, this whole Steven bomb has been really, really great. I gotta say my favorite episode's probably What's Your Problem, followed by the first one, which Now We're Only Falling Apart, followed by the question, No, wait, then where does this one fall? I don't know. But now, What's Your Problem was probably my favorite one so far. So yeah, that's all I really have. I just wanted to express my feelings, my thoughts, and everything like that. Get it out quickly, because I know I won't have time to do it over the weekend. So thank you guys for watching. Tell me what your favorite episode was, what your favorite part of this episode was, this little 2-part finale, and also tell me, what do you guys think of my nitpicks? Do you think what do you agree with or disagree with Ruby and Sapphire's outfits, Steven's powers, how the gems don't really help themselves? Like, those are all my critiques of this episode and over the show overall. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.